Good morning, afternoon. It's May 29th, Saturday. I'm going to talk about the issue of self care. Um, I think some of this has been sort of nagging at me for a bit, but also it occurred to me because this morning I gave myself permission to sleep in, which, by most people's standards, I do every day, but still, for many people, it is sort of the cheapest way to be nice to yourself. And and that cuts to self-care for potters or artists in general, is that often we don't have a lot of money. So the self-care options available to us are the ones that don't cost a lot of money or are absolutely free, like sleeping in the morning. And, those are worth noting and being aware of and conscious of. I think something like sleeping in the morning, or spending a little extra on the good beer, or spending a little money on having a beer at all, or those sorts of low budget things work best if you actually label them as such. If you just do them and don't think about it, or do them and immediately feel guilty about it, you're weakening some of the value. Um, as you get more money, you have the option for gradually more expensive self-care options, like going out to dinner, or one of my favorite, being somewhere with a friend and paying for both dinners. And that's a version of self-care that you can't really control when you're receiving well, I suppose you can. You can agree not to go Dutch, or not to split the tab, because it's really nice when someone else buys you a beer or a dinner or something like that. And even though you didn't get to ask for it necessarily, so you didn't get to control it, you need to label it as self-care, because it's an easing of stress, and that's valuable. And it's also a valuable gift. So if you're with someone who normally would split, and you can pay on that occasion, I recommend it. All of these things too are things that don't involve the somewhat dubious distinction of having someone else do something for you. I'm not wording it very well. But I guess what I'm getting at is there are some people who just get a buzz out of having servants. Even if it's just, at the restaurant, and there's a waiter or waitress. It's part of pedicures and manicures and massages and spa treatments and the fussier restaurants and so forth. There's something there about having a servant. And some people love it so much that they actually abuse it. Because it's not just that the person is doing for you, it's that you then get to be snippy about it, that they're not doing it well enough or something like that. So on that level, I have to say I'm not entirely in favor of all kinds of things that are labeled as self-care. Because some of them are, borderline abusive and are symptomatic of other issues. So the things you do for yourself, please do. That's that's a good thing. Have a good day.